Hello, it's Eliza Bloom Robinson here with day 14 of 40 days of healing energy for the world. Today is kind of a crazy day. There were a lot of really bizarre things happening out in the world, and I was busy with grandkids most of the day, so I'm a little bit ignorant about the details, but what I know to be true is no matter what is happening, in the greater world or in your world or even in your own mind, there is one thing, one energy that is really amazingly key, and that is the idea of spaciousness. And that being so because when we're contracted, when we're tense, when we're tight, when we're reactive, life doesn't flow. Life force itself doesn't flow. It's hard to find love. It's hard to find joy. It's hard to find sense. It's hard to find peace. But if we can activate within ourselves a sense of spaciousness, like just drop your awareness, let's go ahead and activate spaciousness. So breathing. Feel the idea of being tight in your head, like the world is spinning and you can't make sense, or you got a diagnosis, or something happened, or you heard something. It's like, ah, our first reaction typically is to react. But if we could begin to activate something different as soon as we react, like reaction is human, like we're gonna react. It's part of what happens on the planet. We got some news today. My husband and I got some news today, and it's like, oh, our first reaction is like, dang it, don't want to hear that, right? But as soon as you do that, then you can notice that you're in reaction and that you're contracted, that you're constricted. Same thing with the energies of the world. Same thing with what we heard about what was going on the world today, right? So take a breath, feel that contraction, notice it, stop it, take a breath, drop your shoulders, connect your feet to the ground, and find a way to find spaciousness. Spaciousness can be a little tiny sliver of light. It can be as if you're unraveling a gold chain that's all tied up in knots. My granddaughter got a new slinky this week, and it got all tangled up. How do you unravel a slinky? You have to create space. The world is in a crazy time. How do you make sense of it? You have to create space in your mind, in your heart, in your very being. Your body is in disease. You tighten up, you tense. You get hurt, you tighten up, you tense. How do you create space? You breathe into it. Hey, Doug. Yeah, we do not have control, but we do have control over our reactions. And that's extremely true, except for when we don't. But we still have control over our own thoughts and the energy that we're putting behind. I say it's not true just because there's so many things that happen that we have an automatic reaction to. But we absolutely have control over how we respond. There's no doubt. So find a place in your own being that feels a little tight right now. It might be in your heart. It might be a physical part of your body. It might be an idea. It might be a reaction that you had over the course of the last couple of days. And just breathe into it. Just close your eyes and imagine that it's like all tied up in a knot, right? We can feel that physically. We can also feel it energetically. And just begin to breathe space into it. Ever so gently. You can't force space, but you can allow space, and you can make space welcome. Just breathing. There we go. Make space. Allow for spaciousness. One of the master teachers used to say that what is important is not the thoughts so much as the space between the thoughts. And if we think about physics, What we know is not that we're solid, but that we are spacious, right? Even the cells, most of our cells is space. Our bones, our muscles, our organs, our lives, our breath is spaciousness. So when we can connect with a spaciousness, when we can breathe space into anything that's tight, and then expand that out, we can do that with our world. We can do that with our friends. We can do that with our family. Great, you can feel it. Nice. Let that spaciousness now expand throughout your body, your physical body. You might even feel it moving through your body, touching any other places that might be tight or diseased. Then feel it moving through your emotional body. Any places that you might have emotions that haven't been felt or expressed fully. Anger, fear, frustration. Now feel that spaciousness moving into your mental body, especially into those places where your mind gets a little loopy. Those places where you get into mind loops. And just breathe into a spaciousness. Feel the spaciousness of space itself. Feel the spaciousness on this planet. And feel the activation of the idea of spaciousness in all of it. Like the space to breathe. Like the space to be inspired. Like the space to receive a divine idea. Or the space to have a conversation. Or the space to sit and be. As we activate spaciousness within ourselves, we also activate the vibration and the frequency of spaciousness in every person on the planet and on the planet as a whole throughout our world. So just spend a moment expanding that spaciousness. There we go. Nice. Nice. Very nice. You can activate this spaciousness simply by becoming willing and expectant. Imagine that every person on this planet might experience a sense of spaciousness prior to reacting, and then thereby having a better ability to respond. And if that is not healing, if that is not healing energy for the world, I don't know what is. I'm Eliza Bloom Robinson, transformational catalyst and spiritual healer, offering these 40 days of healing energy for the world. I have posted in the link to my Facebook community called Falling Into Ease. If you're not a part of that yet, I invite you to hop over there and join us there. For tonight, I wish you spaciousness in your dreams, in your sleep, and in your world. Namaste. So much love. Bye-bye.